My name is Patricia Marie Reinlein. I'm 87 years old. I was born in Bay City, Michigan in 1932. My mother was Clarice Józwiak, J-O-Z-W-I-A-K, Polish, and my father's name was John Kula, and they were Polish also, so I am 100% Polish. They had a depression, and the plant where he worked closed. So he went to Bay City. My mother worked as a seamstress while he decided he didn't want to work for anybody anymore since he lost a job, so he decided to start a restaurant. The restaurant that he fed where we worked at was called the Blue Lantern Lunch. Everything was home cooked. I remember liking his pea soup, you know. Okay, I had two sisters. My oldest sister, her name was Barbara, and the younger sister's Nancy, and she was 5 years younger. Then we did a lot of games out in the street on our corner. We'd play Kick the Can and Red Rover, Red Rover. Went to public high school. It was called Bay City Central, and we were very active in the school. I was treasurer our freshman year. I was in all kinds of clubs and sports, and I was a senator, president of some of the clubs, and so it was very busy and a lot of fun. And I graduated in 1950. So I applied to Michigan, and I was able to get a Regents Alumni Scholarship to the University of Michigan for the School of Nursing. We, of course, had a dorm just for nurses. It was called Cousins Hall, and graduated in 1953. My friend from Bay City that was a nurse also, we decided that we'd want to go to California. And we drove out to California with a stick shift car across the mountains, and the one girl didn't drive, so Bonnie and I took turns and drove all the way out the northern route into San Francisco, and then down Route 1 down to Hollywood. We were able to find an apartment, and then we looked for jobs. Bonnie and Doris and I worked at Children's Hospital. So I worked on the private duty floor and was able to meet a lot of movie stars. We went to Vegas, Mexico, you know, different trips and things that we would do. There's one of the girls was moving away, and I decided to come back to Michigan. While I was at Michigan in school, I had a friend who worked with me in the hospital, a nurse, and she was having a birthday, and her family lived in Ann Arbor. So she asked this man, his name was Richard Reinlein, to pick me up because I didn't have a car and she lived far away. So I think that was a setup. We did start to date, and he was in grad school in engineering. He graduated in June, and we got married in July, August 16th, 1958. We went to the Pocono Mountains in Mount Airy Lodge in Pennsylvania for our honeymoon, and I think that's when I got pregnant anyway. So he was born in May of 1959. His job changed, so we moved to Ann Arbor, to Dearborn Heights, Michigan, and lived on Courier Street. So in 1960, I had the twins, Karen and Sharon, and Mike was 15 months old when they were born. Kathy, my next daughter, was born in 1962, and then after that, it was another 2 years, and a year and a half, Diana was born, and then married, and within 6.5 years, there were 6 children. So I was a little bit busy with the time, so I didn't work again until Amy, which was born in 1972. They used to have a lot of fun. They used to put on shows in the basement. Of course, they had music lessons. Kathy did piano, Karen did the flute, Sharon did the violin, and so then they were in a lot of sports, so busy going to activities to watch the kids, you know, play. and I decided to go back to work because they were going to be starting college. So Mike got into University of Michigan. Karen and Sharon went to Ferris. Kathy graduated from Michigan State. Diana, Michigan State. Mary, Central, and Amy, Eastern. So they all went somewhere else. I joined the golf league at Beaumont Hospital, and the church had a bowling league, and they also had clubs, so very busy. I also go to the Planet Fitness 3 times a week, keep fit and my bones healthy. My husband, Richard Arlen Reinlein, was born in Toledo, Ohio. He attended Catholic high school and grade school there. And after he was first year in college, he decided to enlist in the Army. In his engineering classes, sent him overseas to Germany, and he helped reconstruct bridges while he was there. He came back and finished school. He worked for General Motors for 30 years, so he retired at 62. He was in a golf league, he was in a bowling league. He met friends for lunch after he retired, and by 2017, in March, when he was in the hospital, they decided to put him on hospice, and he came home for 4 days before he died. We have 7 grandchildren. Mike has 3 children. They're Chris, Kelly, and Spencer. He's married to Mary Jane. Karen would be next. She's married to Mark. She has 1 son named Mark. Sharon has 2 children. She's Erica and Bill. Erica got married last fall, a year ago. And my daughter Mary has a daughter named Juliet. All 6 daughters live in Michigan, and my son lives in Texas. I'm 87 years old now, and I've had a wonderful life. Big thing now in the future is to see a great-grandchild in the next couple years or so.